Hello, Simmers, and welcome back. As you can see, this place is already landscaped, and you might have been like, hey, why did you already landscape without us? Well, I didn't. I actually, sometimes I'll go through and I'll see builds that I don't like anymore. Like, I feel like it's just not up to par to the building standards that I have now. And if I'm going to make a save, I want it to look as best as I can. And so this is actually recycle landscaping because I really liked how it looked. And then I decided to make a pink cafe around it. So basically, I had this in the same spot where I had the park. It was built differently, but the idea was that it was a pink cafe. But then, well, actually, it was a pink restaurant. But then, like, I realized, like, it it just wasn't doing it for me. I just didn't like how it looked. I didn't like how I executed it. And so I decided to make a build that I could be a little more proud of doing, especially with the landscaping. And the landscaping is completely recycled. So the whole idea of this is using a build you previously used and then recycling the landscaping just to make it work around your build. So I had a lot of fun doing this one. I love any like themed anything. Like once I have a vision of something, it's really fun to execute. Some of my builds are a little bit harder, but this one is definitely in my element. I do like the color pink, kind of like how Little Simsy likes the color blue for her exteriors and stuff like that. I don't use it as much though, just because I know like pink can be a lot for everybody, but as you could see, like in the last two builds that I've done, they've been pink themed. My favorite color is orange though, so I'm a little biased towards pink and orange. But I definitely use orange a lot more than I probably should. But basically, like, that's the whole idea I came up with redoing my Willow Creek. I'm still working on a little bit of a save. I might just release what I have because it kind of scares me when people are like, oh, The Sims 5 is coming just around the corner. I don't want, like, my thing to be done, like, when The Sims 5 is already out. Like, it just feels wrong. Um, but I've been working on it. I've been working really hard. It's like you're close to feeling done, but there's like things that need to be done, like community lots and stuff like that, that I just need to fix up, and I just haven't yet. And like, I've been saving San Myshuno for last, obviously, for a little while. Like, I went crazy with apartments. Those haven't been released yet, but I went crazy with apartments, but I still try to keep some because I love doing apartments, and I just didn't want like my last builds to be ones that I did not like. So I decided to do something that I was comfortable with, and then I would put all the hard ones in the middle of it that I thought were difficult, but they're turning out to be alright, you know? Um, yeah. So basically, as you can see in the build, the roofing was clipping a little bit, and I kind of channeled my little, like little Simsy inside, and I fixed the roofing. A lot of times, like I'll just ignore it or do whatever, but this time I was like, no, you have to deal with it and make it better. Cause I really wanted an open floor thing right there, like a open staircase, and then like also I like the roofing and how it was on the outside. Um, so I decided to actually fix it and try my best shot at it. So basically, this whole thing is like pink and very preppy type. And I feel like this would be cool teen hangout as well. Maybe I'll change one of the lot traits to that. But I think it would be a cool teen hangout, but also a cool place for like older women to come. But now that I think about it, it's really like gossip girly, like in my head. Like I feel like this would be the tea place like the Gossip Girls went, or they were forced to go, or they come every now and then. and I'm totally feeling the vibes. Oh, and as I promised last video, I do have to talk about my trip just a little bit. Just to brag just a little bit. But basically, it's not really to brag, like I had a lot of fun. I spent $75 at Barnes and Nobles, and just in case you didn't know, books are kind of expensive. But most of them were children's books because, as you guys know, my brother is 9. Or, well, you may not know that, but he is 9. He just turned 9 this year, and he is in 3rd grade. He's getting into books and stuff, so I took him to Barnes and Noble, and for a little while, like, I went over to the section with him for like chapter books. Like, he's starting to get into chapter books. Obviously we're starting slow with like Captain Underpants and Diary of a Wimpy Kid, stuff like that, but I was like, I knew he was gonna be bored looking at the books that I like with me. So I was like, alright, so you know where this section is. I'm gonna leave you over here. Can you look at some books that are chapter books that you might like, and then we'll narrow it down, like, once you come back, okay? And he's like, alright. So I go over to like look at some books. I look at like 3 books, and I only like really wanted one. And so like he comes over with a big stack of books, and he's like, I think I'm ready. So we started narrowing it down, and there was actually a book like that kind of surprised me that he chose. We didn't end up getting it because, like, just for money's sake, like, I would ask him, do you want this book or this book, and they were like comparably similar. um he actually got this book called Fish in a Tree, and as a 9-year-old boy, like, usually, like, I don't think like any 9-year-old would really gravitate towards that book. Like, it was a little colorful on the top, like on the cover, but I read him the back, just like, of all the books, like, just to make sure like that was the book that he wanted. And it was about a girl in school who couldn't read, and then like throughout the book, like, she's developing how to read again and how to get better. And um it, I just it really tugged at my heartstrings that, like, he would pick a book, like, he would gravitate towards that, because most of the children's books in the children's section, you can see, like, they're like obviously, like, they're in your face and stuff like this. So this one was more subtle. Like, my brother went for, like, for his other choices, he went for like books like Minecraft and then Captain Underpants and stuff like that. But this one was like, just, it threw me for a loop. Another thing I learned is that the Minecraft books are just like they're kind of like stories that were made before they turned into Minecraft books. And basically you would not think, like, if you read the front and then you read the back, like, you would be like, this isn't a Minecraft book, or you would be like, oh, this is a story. Like, they kind of center around Minecraft, but it's like a completely like story driven thing, and it's just so funny to see something like that. um and so, like, I read them to him, and I was just so surprised reading it. I also, like, appreciate my brother because there were a few sets of books, and I couldn't afford some of the things that he wanted, but I told him paperbacks are cheaper, and so, like, he would agree to get a paperback, because he could get 2 paperbacks of the Captain Underpants, but they couldn't be in color. And, like, it just surprised me, like, what he actually, like, is okay with. And it's just a little shock for me because like, he likes drawing just like me, and so, like, he didn't mind not having the really cool colorful book. He rather just have the substance inside the books, and then, like, I don't know, like, just something special for me. Like, it's good, like, morally, to know my brother isn't, like, superficial, and he doesn't care what he gets, as long as it has the substance to it. he'll enjoy it. And I don't know, like, that makes me feel like I did something right as like an older sister. I also have like a quick little story to share with you. I tripped up the stairs and my brother reacted in the most dramatic way you could ever react to someone falling up the stairs. But basically, I fell up the stairs and he called my name and I didn't answer him. And he started crying. I'm like, what's wrong? And then he couldn't say anything. And I was like, are you scared? Like, what happened? And he started nodding. Like, he just got scared because I fell up the stairs and didn't respond to him. And it was so cute and so pure. And I felt so bad. But that was an interesting part of the trip for me. But that's basically all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you're having a great day. And stay safe, stay smart, have a good day, and bye.